Mike, he asked me to come sit down and talk to you.
Yes, dude. How are you? Who are you?
Hey, I'm Brian. I'm the lead designer on the game right now. I'm
Ooh.
relatively new. Who are you? I haven't met
I'm
you.
JX, so I do a lot of
JX.
podcasting. I do a lot of graphic design, doing wallpapers, predicting the future of the game.
Predicting the future.
Let's say people I predicted.
Huh?
We might have saw like
Who's your source?
myself. People ask me that, and they're like, "You can't predict these characters," and it's like I have no source. But we did see Kushala, obviously, in the New York Comic Con video,
Yep.
and that was someone I predicted. I was very excited, and we got some. What's happening tonight? What's going on?
What's going? It seems like everything's going on.
Yes.
It's been a loaded day. I mean, we're obviously have showed off a bunch of cool new stuff, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm super pumped about that. We've got a bunch of different events going on here. Has anybody explained that yet?
Yes, if you want to explain it again.
Yeah, I
let
mean,
everyone know.
I'll see what I can remember. It's been a bit of a
Yeah.
frazzled day. Right down here, there's a Beat the Dev booth going on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a Battlegrounds match against one of the devs, and if you win, one of the prizes you can claim later on.
Yes.
There is a new chance to try our new Everest content.
Everest.
Yeah. So another long-form, hardcore Everest content.
Yes.
Way beyond my skill in the game
Same.
right now.
Same. Absolutely. I was sitting next to MSD when they revealed that, and he was pretty hyped.
It's amazing to watch people play that stuff.
Absolutely.
It's aspirational at the end. There is a chance to try the new characters out over here.
Yes.
There's also a Beat the Boss. So I think it's Thanos people are fighting
Yes.
over there. So have you had a chance to play?
No.
Thanos?
I've been chilling here. I'm gonna do it for like an hour, get people, see what's going on, and then go down and get we got a stamp going on. You see?
Nice.
So I got to get all 3 stamps and do a spin the wheel.
Dude, I appreciate the hustle here.
Yeah, I know, dude. I was like, I asked Mike, I was like, can I do this? And he said yes, and I was like, let's do it. Let's hustle for it.
That's what this is for. It's for the players, right?
Yeah,
for the
man.
community.
I'm so excited. All right. Did he leak? Nothing's happening. All right. Audio is good. Thank you. All right. Well, you want to talk about more what you do as a lead designer, so
Sure.
it kind of goes into the specifics of being that role.
Yeah, for context, I joined in late January.
Okay.
Which seems like a long time ago, but
Yeah.
in a game like this, it is no time at all because it takes years to understand how
Yeah,
to play
almost
and
a decade
appreciate
old.
this game. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. So what does a lead designer do here? I think people sometimes have like a vision of a lead designer, like knows everything, makes every single call, right? Like the director at the top.
Yeah.
But the reality here is I have a team of 30 to 35
Man.
just world-class designers. Like some of the designers in this team are hands down the best people I've ever worked with in my life. And my job is really to get out of their way
Yeah.
and then guide them. Right?
Okay.
So part of my job is people management, right? Making sure that these guys are taken care of, making sure they're growing, right? That they're achieving what they want out of their design careers. And then part of that's nudging them in the right direction.
Okay.
Hey, this is maybe a good idea based on my experience, or maybe we should stay away from this, right? Like people might not like that. The reality is like I haven't really had a chance to interact with the community too much. I have devs in the team who obviously do that all the time,
Yep.
right? And so I try to listen to them as often as possible.
Yeah.
And like somebody else asked me earlier today, they're like, what have you designed in here so far? And the reality is like when I joined the project, we were designing our content that was coming out in July.
Yeah.
So just now is maybe, I'll say, like where my influence is coming in.
Yeah.
If there is any at all, right? But it is the hard work of everybody else in this team that you guys see every day. And so they're really the people who put in all the effort here.
Yeah, man, it's cool. I've never seen a lead designer before, so yeah, this is me first time seeing you and hearing you.
I hope not the last time, but the reality is like the spotlight it belongs to everybody else.
Yeah.
Right. Like my job is to make sure that they're successful, and that's it.
What's like your like favorite moment that you've had since you've been on the team?
Oh man. So personally. On the team, I'll say with the game first off, right? Like I joined Kabam maybe 5 years ago. I've been here for a little while.
Okay.
Played the game a bit then, but then I picked it back up when I joined this position here. And that first moment when you start to really understand a champion's kit.
Yeah.
And I've had many loves. Dr. Doom, obviously one of them.
Yes, of course.
Picked up Absorbing Man recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris, DLL,
Yeah.
was his first champion.
Yep.
Right? I didn't know that when I started actually playing him and understanding the nuances of his kit, right?
Yeah.
What I could do with him. And I spoke to Chris, and he was like, yeah, it's my first champion. I was like, what, dude? That was one of my favorite moments, is realizing that somebody from the community, right,
Yeah.
can come in here and produce just world-class stuff.
I
right?
know it's amazing. Like so, we just had Dave. Dave was the first person actually here, Dork Navy Dave.
Yep.
So we talked to him and another community person who joined Kabam. Like, and that's inspiring. Like it's really cool.
Diggity Dave sat me down on like my 5th day in the job, and he's like, here's this endless list of things that I think you should fix in the game, right? Here's all these things that are broken that I know I want you guys to work on. And so he's been representing the community. We've been trying our best to make sure that stuff gets done.
Yeah.
So awesome to have all the experts here, Karate Mike.
Yes.
As well. Yeah.
Man, Karate Mike gave me a big hug when I first saw him. It was awesome, man. It's been a great event, and I'm glad to be here and with everyone and seeing everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Any questions from the chat?
Yes. Do we have any questions? Hello. Hey, Dragoon Knight, how are you? Brian.
Hey, I'm
All
great.
right. When you design, are you overall aspect of design, or is it more specific, like characters, content?
That's a good question. So yeah, lead design kind of have to have my fingers in every pie, but the characters are one of the areas where they are the most self-sufficient.
Yeah.
They do their thing,
Mhm.
and they do it so well that
Yeah.
I mostly just stay out of their way.
Yeah, I felt
I
that.
used to be a systems designer or a mode designer, so my passion is really like end game modes.
Okay.
Right? End game events, stuff like that gets the players working together.
Nice.
My previous life as a systems designer, I worked on alliance systems, right? I worked on end game alliance raid modes. So maybe there's some influence of me happening here. At the
Yeah,
end.
man, I love it. All right. I'm good. How are we're doing good. We're chilling.
Yeah, we're awesome.
Yeah,
Obviously.
man, I love it. I love doing next interviews. It's weird doing a podcast live and then having a camera on. I usually don't do this.
You're doing a great job, man.
Yeah, I appreciate
You're
it.
doing a great job.
Feeling, I ate a burrito downstairs.
So good burrito. Solly Lemon, represent if you're from
Yeah.
Vancouver.
I'm not, so let me know. All right. What is the future of the game? Given it's game evolves. It's
Yep.
been 8 years.
It's been a long time for a game, right? But I don't think there's any signs of it slowing down
No.
right now. The reality is that I can't tell you what the future of the game
Yeah.
is, because that's up for the team to decide, right? I can point them in directions, and I can tell you where I want to go. Like I want to go in more areas like raids. I want to revisit some of our old modes and add new
Yeah.
life into them.
Good.
I want more events. I want more things for alliances to do. But what exactly that looks like, right? That's going to depend on where my team wants to take it, where their passion and their talent is. So I wake up every day excited to see what they're going to come up with when I walk into work, and just humbled by that.
What's been like the hardest decision that you've had to make as a lead? Like, has there been something?
It's not this game, but obviously as a lead, I think you want everybody on your team to succeed, right?
Yeah.
And the hardest thing is when you feel like somebody's getting left behind. So
Yeah.
I can't give you the exact instance, but like the hardest thing is when you have two really amazing people and you want to put one of them in charge.
Yeah.
And you have only one person makes a role, and you have to make that kind of call. That's the hardest thing as a leader is trying to choose between not your
Yeah.
children, but like at the end of the day.
For sure. All right.
Yeah.
I tried to pick a quiet corner.
There is no quiet corner in
Yeah.
this office, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
It's a relatively new space we moved into in
Yeah,
August.
I heard.
So, yeah.
I mean, so far it's beautiful. I really like it so far. I mean, it's cool. I love the floor and the lights and the huge. Yeah, man.
They do a good job.
People have been missing out, and you'll have to come next year if this happens again.
Hey, who's your favorite character in the game?
Aegon.
Aegon.
Aegon's my favorite. Civil Warrior's also my favorite.
All right, I'll represent.
Yeah.
Both characters that I don't know how to play yet, and I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to the day when I have to learn how to play
Yeah.
them. So.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Civil Warrior player. I just love the Kabam creations. Obviously, we have Sheila, character coming,
That's
November.
a big win for us.
Yes.
Right? I'm so proud of the work that dev team did. Yep.
Looks fantastic. She carries an axe. My name's Jay Axe.
There you go.
Yeah,
Some
I'm
connection
very
there.
excited. She's a First Nations character. So, how do you? Can you explain? What kind of like the influence? Obviously, it's a very cultural importance
Yes.
here.
I can tell you, I'm never going to do that justice.
Yeah.
I wish I had Justin, the designer, in that here because that was already in the works when I joined.
Man, that's crazy.
So we work very hard
Yeah.
with that kind of stuff, and I can tell you that because he had such a personal connection to the work he did there, he took that more seriously than I've seen. Well, I'm not going to claim I had much visibility into it, but I know, like, speaking to him about it and speaking to the team about how he worked on it, that was a work of love and passion, that, like, a creative endeavor that few people ever really get a chance to accomplish.
Yeah, absolutely.
In their
It seems
lifetime.
that way. I was watching the video and I was inspired. I was astounded by it. I love it.
It's cool that we, as a team, as a game, can facilitate that inside our creators. It's cool that the community can experience that. So I think I'm going to say, and I'll represent the team here, thank you for the support that this whole community has given us to allow these incredible developers to pursue those kind of passions.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Yeah. I'm looking forward to more, and I love it.
Glad to help.
All right. Any last questions? Is there a taco bar?
Is there a burrito bar, but no tacos?
No.
I know. What are we even doing here?
Do they have an option for the new champion they make in the upcoming years? Yeah, you want to answer that question?
Yeah, so it's a pretty long planning process. So we do that in part with our developers. We do it in part with our marketing team. Right? They want to know who's going to be excited about it. We do it in part with Marvel. But there is absolutely some say that we get in there and we go, hey, we're really passionate about doing this one character.
I love it.
And we have such a good relationship with Marvel now that it's just a back and forth. And I think we want it. And I don't know the exact process behind getting Chila's pitched here, but I could probably speak to the fact that I think it obviously came from Point Passion. So.
Yeah, I love it. Like, that's so crazy that we're seeing kind of an influx of Kabam originals. There's really a lot. Like, it continues, and I love that it keeps growing. More
in the future. We can definitely say, I can't say, like, what, but obviously, like, it's a passion project of us, too, to bring that to you guys as a community, so absolutely more in the future.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. Yeah. All right, I think we're going to switch you out.
Sounds good. I really appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I was going, like, which way do I go? All right. Well,
you have a great night.
Yeah, man. I'll talk to you later. All right.
Do you have anybody else lined up for you?
I don't know. Mike should send people.